I'm Jim Schwartz with Beck's Hybrids. With me today, Travis Burnett. Travis, field agronomist for Central and Northern Indiana. Travis, give us a little update on harvest progress in your neck of the woods.
Well, Jim, we're worried about harvest coming into this fall, right, with the late planted crops. But a lot of guys I've talked to here recently are actually feeling like they're getting caught up to normal from a harvest standpoint. We've had good weather. A lot of the corn and beans are off now. A lot of guys are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So progress is good, both corn and beans. A lot of guys are finished with beans, so no complaints as of yet.
What are they saying as it relates to yield for corn and beans? What kind of estimates are you hearing?
It depends on which field you're in or what part of which field you're in.
Yeah.
So very inconsistent. I think it's kind of the theme for this part of the world this year. There's portions or even parts of fields or little pockets where whole farm averages are some of the best I've ever had. I've seen some of the worst that certain farms have ever had for both corn and beans. It's very, very inconsistent from field to field and based, I guess, solely off of what challenges each one of those fields went through this year, which there was plenty of in 2019. So.
What's the major agronomy issue guys did deal with or may have to think about dealing with here in Central Indiana?
Ultimately, everything revolves back to moisture. You think of the children's books, right? You read when you were a child, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We had too much water early, really across the majority or all of the state, or at least the marketing area that I deal in. To the tune of a lot of the corn, especially on the eastern part of the state, didn't get planted until that first to second week of June. So that gives you an idea. And even then, the conditions weren't right. Mm-hmm. So we kind of set ourselves up to fail in some circumstances to begin with there because of having too much moisture early. Then it didn't take long, and a lot of places were turned off dry and didn't have enough moisture during that early grain fill period. And that really shut some stuff down, particularly on the lighter soils in the northern part of the state. There's a lot of stuff that died prematurely because of drought stress, heat and drought stress. So really that's been the theme this year is managing water or lack of moisture late and too much moisture early. So
Travis, before we started recording here, you mentioned tar spot here, even in Atlanta, Indiana. Where have you seen that in your territory?
So my territory, just to make things easy, is basically Highway 70 and north in the state of Indiana. From Illinois to Ohio. And really, I don't think there's a single county in my territory where there hasn't been confirmed tar spot. Luckily, most of that tar spot for a lot of that area came in so late, in fact, after black layer, that it didn't have any effect on yield. But this is by far and away the furthest south we've ever seen it move. So it's something that's concerning, something we need to think about in the future with that particular disease. Having it this far south as it's moving this direction. So other counties, particularly in the northern part of my territory, has been dealing with tar spot for the last couple of years, and they're finding ways to manage around that. But that's one thing that we need to look at going forward. It's going to be a big topic in the next 2 or 3 years, I believe.
So to wrap it up, it sounds like variability as it relates to yields is the word of the day, and then harvest progress is moving along quite well in your territory. Yeah,
very pleased. So things we're off to a pretty good start, from my standpoint. So things are good.
With Travis Burnett, I'm Jim Schwartz. Thanks, Travis. Have a safe harvest.
Thank you.